Good day. This is Tuesday, July 22nd, 2025. And today, briefly, we will talk about unusual market gains and naive bullish forecasts. Before we start, let's look at the disclaimer. There is no investment advice in this video. And let's move to the first slide. I will try to make this video short because I'm traveling. So what we see here are the daily high-low percent changes for days with a higher close. For daily such changes from a high to low above 10%, we have one in after the 1987 crash over here, and then we have a bunch of them, around 5, if I remember well. I don't want to zoom the chart now, along the 2008 crash. And then we got one recently after Liberation Date when TACO took place and the tariffs were delayed. This last one was due to a daily gain of 9.5% in the S&P 500. You can see it here on April 9th, 2025. And then we had this continuation of the uptrend to new all-time highs. This was a highly unusual gain. I don't want to get into conspiracy theory or hypothesis. Based on historical analysis, this gain is not really justified unless there was some action by specific market participants to pump the market, because really the conditions and both the economic conditions and the tariff turmoil were not settled. And but despite that, we got the strong uptrend. Very unusual outlier that has basically was the driver for the stock market gains this year. Now, let's move to the next subject. Almost every day I see many articles basically by perma-bulls who insist the market will go up. Well, these people should look at the chart, the yearly chart. The market has been going up. What's the point of those forecasts? If you are a quantitative type, these forecasts, they can drive you crazy. What are these people talking about? Let's look at some data. In the last 79 years, since the mid-1940s, the market has been up on a yearly basis 73.42% of the time. That translates to odds of around 2.8 to 1 for an up year. Now, keep in mind that yearly returns in the S&P 500 index after the mid-40s have been closely, normally distributed. And I have a link to an article with the statistical analysis. So what's the point? of anyone making a bullish forecast. Also, look at the odds. After the 1950s, they have fluctuated between 2-1 and 3-1. So what this tells you is that there is always high probability, high odds that the market will rise next year. And you don't need any analysis. You don't need to know basic arithmetic, basically. Just look at the chart. This has been going up. And I tell you something. The rise of the market doesn't have to do anything with the fundamentals, although growing economy and is a prerequisite. But fundamentals basically have no input here. If the economy is slowing, rather, the market goes up because of expectations of low rates. And if the economy is hot, the market is going up because of expectation of higher earnings for the stock market. So it's a win-win situation for the market as long as there is a strong economy. The United States market has many multinational large cap corporations that dominate in the international markets. So there is no point. Those bullish forecasts are useless. They are actually quite naive. What investors want are forecasts to warn for a potential short-term top so they can book gains and then later buy lower. But these forecasts are very hard because the timing of the tops is impossible to forecast. So you can rely on some indicators, but you never get the top exactly. I wrote an article, I have the link, where I said I find it curious that some market professionals make bullish forecasts for the next year. The odds of a stock market rise in a year are already high, and these forecasts do not provide any useful information. It is also pointless to take credit for predictions that have inherently high odds. And there are so many people that try to take credit for when the market rises. But they should look at the chart. I just showed you the chart. The market has been going up. It has ups and downs, but it has been going up. So there is no point, When I see people making bullish forecasts, I realize that they lack experience. The difficult thing is to forecast tops, and since this is impossible, in most cases, to minimize the losses. Contact information, website. I have a link to the article with the statistics. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, you can subscribe to the blog and get a free trading book, Profitability and Systematic Trading, published by Willie in 2008. And here's information about YouTube channels, Medium, Substack, Bsky, and X handles. If you like this video, please hit the like button and also subscribe. And I'm wrapping this video up right now. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.